Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside, inviting you to be aware, mindful of the perception of you, the perception that we leave on others. All right. So the phrase I use at work is perception is reality. And part of it goes a little bit of there's a responsibility because we're the only ones that are responsible for the words we use and the actions we take. And in the moment, given to emotion, to circumstance, what have you, we might not be speaking or doing, any justice to our true selves. But especially when the interactions are fleeting, that's the impression we leave, right? So, hey, it serves us well. First impressions are not always fair, but with experience, they often serve you well, right? It's an instinct, it's a sense, it's a gut feeling. But the perception is reality. I'll give you for instance, if you've seen more than one of my videos, you know that, yeah, I can talk. Well, that's what I have to do here, right? So that is the perception that I'm just talk, because I'm trying to fill in a mindful way without a lot of scripting that, there's a plan to the videos and there's a plan to this format. So it would seem that I'm quite a talker. But for those people that know me, I'm what's referred to as an extroverted introvert, right? I have a small circle, right? It's a tight circle, but it's small. I see my friends, because few and far between, but I like to keep up, send them a text, send them a message, hey, how are things going? Do a quick call, send an email, things like that. But it's a small circle. Wouldn't get that impression if you are a frequent viewer of me spending time outside, right? I'm happy just to share my life with my family, for those in my inner circle. But because of the nature of what I do in camping outdoor education, I have some responsibilities to make a positive connection with campers and the staff and the guests, right? So yeah, at work, I've got to be extroverted, all right? That's part of the pitch. It's part of the fun, right? But when I come home, sometimes I've given them everything I've got. I've got nothing left for home. So, but the truth is, I'm also a good listener, right? So the perception is reality. Just spent a couple days back home visiting with my mom. And I've had to make several trips to see her in the hospital and to see her in her assisted living accommodations. And the best son I can be in those moments, just to listen. And when I do have a question, I'd like to think that when you're visiting, no matter where you are, visit like a tourist. Visit like you're a foreigner, which means ask questions, right? I see something that was a gift, or I see a picture on the wall, I ask questions. Hey, I bet there's a story behind that. Hey, what's happening in this picture? So those types of things lead toward discussions, all right? So you don't want to be asking open-ended questions, things they can just answer with yes and no, right? So that includes conversations I have with the nurses and the personal support workers and the doctors and other people, like even the staff that come in with meals and for housekeeping, right? Engage. The perception is reality, right? You want to be kind. You want to be leaving a positive impression, right? And after a while, with practice, right, your feelings become thoughts, thoughts become words, your words become actions, your actions become habit, your habit becomes character. So it could take some practice, but when you're out there in the real world, make connections. And even if it's for a fleeting moment and there's no rhyme or reason, no connection, Just throwing it out there in the universe. Be kind. Be a good listener. The perception is a reality. And when you're visiting, right, even if it's family, even if it's friends, right, it's always better to ask, right? Don't make any assumptions, right? Those silences are okay. Sometimes they're very impactful, very meaningful. So, yep, I have to be 2 parts listener, 1 part vocal. It served me well so far. But again, this format, not the best opportunity to showcase that, because that's the whole point. Here to share, here to engage. And I appreciate this outlet, right? I appreciate the fact that I do have other people who are listening, people who are watching, and genuinely appreciate all those people who do make the connections, right? Who are commenting. So it goes a long way, right? That's part of building community. And that's what we're all about. Trying to build my own community by inviting others to spend time outside, spending time outside with Sam. So be mindful of the impression you make. Make sure it's positive. Make sure it's lasting. All right? Please go outside. It's so good for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.